Okay. Interesting title screen music. Scent of Roses is what it's called. And you can see it here on your screen for your viewing pleasure. Created by Carl Summers in Basement Games in Montreal, Canada. Nice. 2016, copyright, don't steal this, bitches. Gonna hit you with a lawsuit. The title screen is quite pretty. Again, it's the same filter as the other game. It's kind of impressionist filter. See how it's all blurred out and stuff. Basic title, but you know, we'll see. New game. I've never seen your face before. Who are you? Marsha. What is this, the Brady Bunch? Marsha, Marsha, Marsha. Interesting, Marsha. Come and see me when you're ready. Wow, really? Maybe Kayako is right. Maybe this is a new trend of mapping that I just not aware of. Where the ceiling tile is... I don't know. I don't know. This does not look right to me. This looks bad to me. It just looks bad, I'm sorry. I don't know if it is some sort of perspective thing or not, but... No, it doesn't work for me. What a weird dream. I wonder who he was. Yawn. I should probably get going. Cirrus is probably waiting. Oh. My name's Marsha. Oh great, you're talking to the player, nice. Everything I love. And this is Scent of Roses. Do you need a tutorial on how to play? Yeah, I better read it. Just so I'm not raging at the game for not explaining. Cool. See teddy bear on my bed? They are all over the place in the game. They are used to save your progress. Save bears. Just walk up, click, yep. Character menu. Yep. Sure, it's all standard stuff. Sure. Okay, this is really all like basic stuff. It's like RPG 101. I kind of regret clicking this now. Yeah, this is really going in depth about stuff, which is pretty much intuitive, you know, self-explanatory. So you don't have to go into this. Even for people who haven't played RPGs, they can kind of figure it out. Oh god, please, it goes on for so long. Alright, test battle, okay. Attack is normal attack. Skills work the same way. Yes. Oh, I wish I hadn't pressed this. It's so like basic. It's like everything. That long ass HP bar. You like the faces, Murphy? People who don't know what EXP is, apparently. This tutorial assumes you're a complete retard. Okay, I have to run. I have to go see Cyrus now. So move the arrow keys on your keyboard to bring me to him. Okay. What are you guys saying? Why is the mirror... Yeah, there's a lot wrong with this map. I mean, okay, I don't know whether it's what Kayako is saying and this person, you know, these two creators, there is this new perspective style which is only using a ceiling, or I don't know if it's the fact that they are just beginners and they don't know how to map. I'm going to assume it's a ladder, and I'm going to help them by telling them what's wrong with this map. So first of all, you don't have walls, you only have your ceiling tile, so you need a wall tile here. And then secondly, your furniture shouldn't be extending beyond your ceiling. That doesn't look right. Thirdly, your furniture, your like details, this should go on the wall tile, not on the ceiling tile, because it, you know, this is like the wrong perspective, and it's weird anyway that it's on the ceiling. You know, all this kind of stuff. Yeah, but that's the major stuff. It's the major stuff. Yeah, and passability-wise, I would definitely make the top of this tile, the chair part of it, star passability, so you can go behind it because I can't move any further down than this, which is very weird. There's all this space, so I can go in here, which is fine. Okay, so let's get this teddy bear. But yeah, the faces are not bad, Murphy. But I just don't like this this mapping method. Oh really? Dump? Alright. There's gonna be a lot of player character interaction. Yeah, well maybe if you didn't leave stagnant bath water in your bath constantly. Might be a bit better for you. Energy drink. Never leave your knives out unattended. I don't remember who that wise old person was. Nearly spoiled fruits. I mean, I'm a real stickler for English. This is like probably, you probably wouldn't hear this from any other LPer, so, but for me, you know, I like to mention everything that I notice, and in English, I mean, sometimes you do use fruits in the plural, but really for the most part, it's fruit is just its own plural, just fruit. There's fruit. The only time you're ever really using fruits is when you're saying, you know, varieties of fruits. But if you see a bowl of fruit, you see there, my natural instinct was just to say fruit, not fruits. You just say it's a bowl of fruit, you know. So I think this person's first language is not English. No new messages, no phone calls. I should pay someone to keep me company, or you might get into a bit of trouble there, Marcia. Seems a bit dicey, that kind of activity. And notes on Afterlife. Yeah, I think that your mapping, you could really benefit from doing a bit more research on mapping and perhaps, yeah, definitely just reading up on it, you know, looking at other RPG Maker games or just, you know, RPGs in general to get a feeling for mapping. I totally empathize with you. Mapping is not my strongest suit. I had to work at it to get even as good as I am now, and it's still not amazing in terms of mapping. But this is quite substandard mapping, you know. I'm not sure whether this was a custom tile which you tried to import as a JPEG, or that's why you've lost whatever this was supposed to be. I don't think you meant it to be pure white space. Hopefully not. But I don't quite get this roof for this house. It's like a did her roof cave in or something? Why is there like this builder's canopy thing over the top of it? This is a small error, but it's not too bad. But the main problem I'm having with this map is that it's very much a lot of elements clash in terms of the design of the environment. You know, it seems like we've got these dirt paths and we've got a lot of greenery and wild grass and trees and things. But then, you know, you've got these fire hydrants, which these fire hydrants are very much more an urban kind of thing. Like in big cities, you tend to get these kind of fire hydrants. You don't really get these in more rural villages, and if you do, they're always on a pavement. So there's no pavement here. And okay, even if you did get fire hydrants, they wouldn't be blocking the path. I mean, I think these are probably here to block the player's progress. So from a function standpoint, I understand it, but it's not right. It's bad. Again, you know, with this, this is a very urban sort of thing. I mean, obviously small villages do have streetlights, but they would at least be on a pavement, not on grass. You don't see streetlights on grass. Just go out into your own village or your own city or your own whatever, people don't put streetlights on the grass. This doesn't happen. There's a real like weird combination between like this is all very modern and urban and sort of look at this like convenience store thing and this kind of recycling stuff, and I mean the cars on the grass I don't mind, maybe there's no parking or whatever, but and again this neon sign here, but then there's no the rest of the map doesn't match that kind of urban feeling. There's no pavement, there's no roading, there's no, it's kind of a mess. So there's a lot to fix, is what I'm saying. Also, why is this person stuck in the middle of their walking animation? Did time freeze or something? It's horrible, the water is all polluted. Trampoline roof. You're not even going to try and defend this? Yeah, no, this is not a style, Kayako. This is not a style of mapping. This is just a... God, this controller is going to drive me crazy. I swear, it's connecting and disconnecting ad nauseum for all time. Fucking me off. Say what? But I mean, it's fine, Maker. Please, I'm just saying these things to help you. Don't worry, I was bad at mapping at first too. Like, I was really quite bad. You'll get better. But what I am going to say to you is, looking at this, I think you're probably the same as me, in that you don't have... Some people have an inherent, innate skill for mapping, or just predisposed to be good mappers. The same way like some people are better at writing, some people are better at animations, whatever it is. I think you might be like me, in that you have to learn, you have to research, you have to work at it. It's something you're going to have to pay attention to if you want to go forward making games. This is the element that you're really going to have to force yourself to get better at, is what I would say. My mother became very sick and I don't have enough money to buy her medicine. Can you do me a favor? Anything for you, Cyrus. Many thanks. There's a city in the west. Okay, again with the English thing, maybe it's a language thing, but these two terms are antithetical, which means they oppose each other, they don't go together. If it's a city, it can't be a small town. Cities, by their very nature, by the very meaning of the word, are big towns. Big towns. I mean, you can have small cities in relation to each other, and to other cities, but a city is never a small town. It just isn't a thing. Funao. They are the only ones to have antibiotics for the virus. Since she's really sick, I have to stay with her. Get some for my mom, and I'll see what I have to give. Fetch quest! I'll do what I can. Thank you so much. Can we take one of these cars? It's my controller. Oh my god. I swear. Wait, what? What's going on? Oh, it's stuck. It's stuck in an infinite loop. I thought it was my controller at first, but using the keyboard, if I press no, okay, find it please, she's really sick and might die, enter, it just loops again. I don't know how that's working, but pressing enter once just loops the conversation back again. I'll try disconnecting my controller, maybe that's messing up with it. Okay, controller is off. No. Find it please. She's really sick and might die. Oh, it was, okay, my fault, sorry. My apologies, my controller was messing things up. Alright, let's go. No, it was my fault. I take responsibility for that one. The controller was going crazy. So I'm on my keyboard now. Oh, really? Wow. Yeah, I don't think these trees should be passable. Okay, this is a developer obstacle here. I mean, okay, I just think that this kind of a thing where you've placed the barrier over the tree is not really a mapping skill so much as it's more sort of just a little bit shoddy, and you haven't really put in effort. You know, if you looked at this for 2 seconds, you would see that doesn't look right. It's nothing to do with mapping skill or not knowing how to use the engine. It's just, it doesn't look right, you know. So I feel like your effort level with this game has been really quite low and minimal. And the thing about that is, I mean, not everyone has to devote their life to making an awesome RPG Maker game, you know. You don't have to like put all this effort in and stuff, but if you don't put effort in, what happens is the person who's playing it doesn't feel like, doesn't want to play it either, because if the person who made it can't care, then why should the player care? I know that sounds harsh, but it's true. It's just the way it is. If you don't, you've got to care the most about your game, the most, for anyone else to give even a shit. Okay, so these trees up here aren't passable for blockage reasons, so I guess we're going to the construction site. What I do like is these world map tiles. Like, these world map tiles are awesome. If I was going to make a world map, this is totally the kind of tiles I would use for the main city in my game, because they're really cool. Nice urban things and whatever. You feel like making a game that makes everything that's... I'm already making it, Ibble. Oh, I mean everything that I don't like? Oh yeah. No excuses. Hey, you're back, Didge. You're back, Didge. What are you guys playing? Looking at... Hey, Mado, welcome. This is an RPG Maker game. This is what I used to do all the time on this channel, Mado, is I used to play other people's RPG Maker games, and I used to critique them, you know, say what I like, what I don't like, what could be improved. So, that's what we're doing. But yeah, let's go to the construction site. Yeah, he did say it was a city. Oh my god. Oh, you guys, I don't know if I can do this, you guys. My brain feels like it's gonna explode from this. Overload. Okay, let's start. First of all, I know that it's tricky sometimes to match your world map tiles with the actual location, because obviously there's a limited amount of world map tiles and it's hard to properly, like 100% square up the representations. But this is such a crazy mismatch. This is a construction site, okay? It's a construction site. When you go into it, what is it? It's a fucking graveyard village, grassy village. I mean, it doesn't go at all. At all. Doesn't match at all. And then, oh my god, what the heck is this? Is this supposed to be a graveyard? Look, this is... Look at the way these graves are positioned. Nobody can get in here to mourn their dead, their beloved dead relatives, because the graves are stacked like battery chickens. It's like a battery graveyard. There's no space to get in or do anything. This is not how... Okay, breathe. It is a little bit shocking for me. I find this a little bit exasperating because it seems like it's... it just seems so crazy to me. But yeah, you need spaces in between your graves. For sure. Quit complaining. Yeah, I know, I hate to be a very negative person, but unfortunately, the game is presenting me with a lot of negative stuff. I don't know what's going on with these stairs. It doesn't make any sense. The ground is flat here. There's no elevation to it. These are stairs. It doesn't work at all. Kuri, those stairs though. You teleported to the cemetery. Yeah, no, obviously. Obviously, right? Duh. But again, you know, believe me. Oh, what the heck? Cut off tree tile. Again, this is all stuff that you can improve upon, but holy crap, you're starting off at quite a low level in terms of mapping, and I'm not trying to be mean, I'm just trying to let you know that this is something you gotta work on. But you can, believe me, you will get better. You will totally get better. It's just a matter of recognizing your weakness and compensating for it. Don't worry. But you're starting off from quite a low. Oh, there's random encounters. Okay. The battle music is quite nice, and the sprites and battlers and stuff. And Murphy is doing her best to be positive. Well, yeah. Okay, pretty straightforward. Yeah, that's a good point, Kayako. They do use walls here. Maybe this map was done at a later point when they had learned more about stuff and learned how to put walls in. Can I move these boulders? Hey, what's up, Elham? Chessie, thanks for the follow yesterday. Nice to see you again. I guess I go up here, right? I know, right? Dark Souls level. It's Dark Souls. Oh, Elham, I only play Tekken on Tuesdays and Thursdays. So, yeah, feel free to check back in on Tuesday. It's quite a split channel. Yeah, I mentioned that, Murph. The trees are cut off. Honestly, it's just a drop in the ocean of issues. I don't think this goes as well over this. Yeah, and like it's too much of the same tile spammed. The issue with this is because RPG Maker mapping works on a grid basis. So when you spam tiles like this, it starts to become, the grid becomes, it's almost like you can see the grid, you know? Look at this, you can see it, because the flowers are like ch 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 ch. So that's the issue. It's not necessarily that you can have an area that's all full of trees, or, you know, spiky trees, but it'd be better to edit some tile variations on it. Don't be too mean, you guys. I mean, yeah, it's true this game has a lot of issues, but again, I'll say again, I empathize with you, because my mapping, I still struggle with mapping. It's just something that, for whatever reason, I feel like doesn't gel with me, and sometimes can feel quite... What's going on with these evades, huh? It's just something I have to work at, so... But, I mean, aside from the mapping, the other elements of the game aren't that promising either, unfortunately. There's not anything that enjoyable about the combat at all, really. And I don't know what the story's about, but getting medicine for someone's mom... I would say just do more research. Okay, the detail has stopped. Is this the right way to go? Is the lack of detail a indicator of the right way? It reminds you of your first RM game. No, yeah, definitely. And that's something people can forget, you know? People, once they've made a couple of RPG Maker games, they forget that they ever were a beginner. And I try and always remind myself. Because, you know, it's a learning process. And you gotta encourage, if you don't encourage people, this person might just quit. And that's not what I want. At all. I don't want to make someone quit. But at the same time, I'm not gonna say that it's amazing. Okay, Elham, see you later. And I'm not going to lie to you that you've got a lot of learning to do. Definitely. You're going to have to learn a lot, but that's okay. Hey, what's up DFL? Welcome to the stream. Yeah, it's no problem, Melham. This channel is a very split channel between RPG Maker and Tekken, so generally my audience is split. But I mean, if you just look at this map for 2 seconds, it's just it's really bad. Yeah, exactly, Spooky. Exactly. Yeah. I think I'm gonna end this stream here because I think playing this game any longer might get a little bit too negative for my liking, which I, you know, don't want to bash on games. But you're all making valid points. I think you're all, yeah, I mean, awful. Yeah, I can't disagree. I mean, I can't agree. Yeah, I can't disagree with that. If the game had at least one element which was strong, you know, say if the game had this really great storyline and maybe just the mapping wasn't quite up to scratch, or the combat maybe wasn't quite there, or other way around, if it had this amazing combat system or just a nice challenging battle system with, you know, thought and care put into it, that'd be one thing. But this game has no good element right now, and that's the honest truth. Nothing about this is good, and that's not to be mean, it's just that nothing is good here. So time to it's time to get on the forums and learn about stuff. But good job for making the game. Alright.